Hello, I'd like to welcome everyone to the Village Board of Trustees meeting for Monday, January 9th, 2023 at 7 p.m. Will everyone please stand for the Pledge Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Will everyone please remain standing for a moment of silence in memory of Karen Spear, the sister of Maria Duffy, who works in our treasurer's office. Thank you very much. Sit down. I'd like to just alert everyone that Trustee Soberman has resigned as trustee of the Village of Suffern. Him and his wife Lenore have moved into a retirement home in New Jersey. So under the law, he can no longer be a trustee of the Village of Suffern. He still owns the property here and units here, but he was on a list for a retirement home for a while, and that retirement home, I guess through the times of COVID and everything else, where it would have taken him years to come through, it came quicker, and they called him, and he made that choice to go ahead and do that. I want to thank him for his service. I want to thank him for service to the Village of Suffern, to the people of Suffern, on all the boards he's been on for many years, and all the things he's done for the people. I wish him health and happiness. Thank you. I'd like to now do a roll call, please. Deputy Mayor Corrigan, please.
Present.
Trustee Alpert, please.
Present.
Trustee Hagen.
Present.
And Mayor Curley is present. Upcoming meeting, we have a regular meeting is scheduled for Monday, February 6, 2023 at 7 p.m. And we have a regular meeting is scheduled for Monday, March 7, 2023 at 7 p.m. If I could just back up in reference to Mr. Soberman, under the law, the mayor has a right to appoint a trustee. I'm going to, I've actually been talking to certain people. I will do some interviews, and I will make that choice when I feel it's appropriate, after I talk to as many people of interest and who I feel is qualified in the best interest of this village. I'd like to please have a motion for approval of the December 5th, 2022 Board of Trustees reorganization meeting. Motion, please.
Motion, Trustee Corrigan.
Need a second?
Second, Trustee Alpert.
Trustee Alpert. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. We're going to get a motion for approval of December 5th, 2000 Board of Trustee meeting minutes.
Motion, Trustee Alpert.
Motion made by Trustee Alpert. Can I get a second, please?
Second, Trustee Corrigan.
Second made by Trustee Colgan. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. The attorney, please.
I don't have anything.
I'd like to set a public hearing for February 6, 2023 at 7:05 p.m. for the Community Development Block Grant. Can I have a motion, please?
Trustee Corrigan.
Motion made by Trustee Corrigan, seconded by Trustee Hagen. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Fire Department, please. Jeremy Kaufer, please.
Good evening, Village Board. Two items on the agenda for this evening. The first one is I'm seeking permission to send the fire medic officers to the Long Island Fire Expo at the Nassau Coliseum on February 4th. Cost not to exceed $200.
Please, can I get a motion, please, for the permission to send the fire department to the Long Island Fire Expo at Nassau Coliseum on February 4th? Cost not to exceed $200, please. Motion, please.
Motion, Trustee Alpert.
Motion made by Trustee Alpert. Second, please.
Trustee Corrigan.
Second made by Trustee Corrigan. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you. And the second item is a resolution to declare two pieces of equipment surplus. One is It's a washing machine, basically a commercial washing machine for our turnout gear, which we recently replaced. And the other piece of equipment is the dryer portion of the...
Thank you very much. Can I have a motion, please, for those pieces of equipment, please, from the fire department?
Trustee Corrigan.
Motion by trustee Corrigan. Can I get a second, please?
Second, trustee.
Second made by trustee Hagen. All,
Jeremy, do you sell that?
Yes, that'll be listed on Gov Deals.
Thank you.
you can't buy it, Frank, all right?
I don't want it.
All right, seconded by trustee Hagen. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much, Jeremy. Good job with everything. We appreciate all your help. Thank you. Grant writer, Mr. Rella, please.
Good evening, Board.
Good evening, Fred.
I just want to update you on a few items. Right before Thanksgiving, we were made aware that we were receiving a grant for $235,000 for a new boiler system for Village Hall here. The system is quite old, it's antiquated, it's continually needing repair, and it's expensive. We were made aware of that right before Thanksgiving, and then there was a lot of paperwork sent to us by DASNY, the Dormitory Authority of the State of New York, to complete, and that was completed by a team of us in early December, which included the mayor, myself, Mike Genito, Charles Sawicki, and we got that up to Albany. DASNY's team looked at it, their finance team, and they approved it, and now it has to be approved by the State Senate Finance Committee, which will take a month or two, and then once that comes, then we'll get a grant disbursement agreement, we'll sign it, and then we can do the actual project. So it does take a little bit of time, but we worked well together as a team to get that paperwork up there very quickly.
How much will the project itself cost relative to the grant?
$335,000, so the grant's $235,000, so there'll be $100,000 out of pocket. It's also a reimbursement grant, so we have to put out the funds first, do the expense, and then we submit for the reimbursement. I wanted to talk a little bit about Community Development Block Grant. We're going to be holding a public hearing at the next meeting for a project that we're going to be proposing for the application this year. And the Citizen Advisory Committee, which is made up of several individuals within the community, of Francis Glick, Teresa Shedler, Ernie Bosco, Cathy Van Sickle, Charlie Rogers, Trustees Hagen and Soberman, and then Charles Sawicki and myself. So we looked at the low to moderate income area and we come up with what a project is. We had to do this very quickly. The county only gave us like 3 weeks in order to have the mandatory 2 meetings, discuss what project to do, figure it out, and that's what we're going to be presenting to the board next month. But I want to thank the team for making themselves available to do that in such a rush mode. So that was very, very good. We also do have several CDBG grants that are active. Right now we have 5 of them, believe it or not. We have 2 for Lot B, 2 for West Maple Avenue sidewalk projects, 1 for parking Lot A, okay? Now all these require that we submit quarterly reports to the county. So in December was the milestone date, so I pulled together the quarterly reports and sent them over to the county for that. And then the final thing I want to mention is we're working on the ATV reimbursement, which is a all-terrain utility vehicle for the fire department that was gotten through a grant, working with Jeremy, the fire chief, and with Michael Genito once again. The grant is for $50,000 for the ATV in a trailer, okay? The actual cost was about just slightly under $51,000, so there was only very little, but that documentation should be going up to Albany, I'd say within the next 2 to 3 weeks. That's it. Any questions?
Thank you.
Fred, can you just tell them about, as I understand, when you do these grants, okay? There's only certain areas we can use in the village for these grants, about the low income. Can you just explain that to the board, please?
Yeah, you're referencing the community development block grants. Okay, that's federal money, which is HUD money, which goes to the county, and then it comes to us. Okay, then what they do is they look at the U.S. Census data, and they determine what a low to moderate income area is for the municipality, each municipality. We used to have 2 or 3 areas. We're down to 1 area now in the census tract that is low to moderate income, and it's in the West Ward from West Maple Avenue, okay, going north up through the athletic fields, okay? Then imagine it going through parking lot A, and then up Route 202 towards the pool, just by the post office, just by Chestnut Street it sort of ends, okay? So it's sort of like a triangle like that. But low to moderate income is a relative term. Low to moderate income for Suffern is different than low to moderate income for Hilburn, different than low to moderate income for Spring Valley, and alike. So, geez, I don't have the data right in front of me, but what they do is they look at family income, household income in total, okay? And for Suffern, the household average income is about $90,000, okay? So low to moderate means 50% of the people who live in that low to moderate area that I designated, 50% of the people have at least 80% of that $90,000. So $90,000, 80% of it, let's say, is $75,000. So at least 50% of the people are at $75,000 or below. Okay?
Thank you.
Yeah. Hopefully that...
How do they get that information?
Excuse me?
How do they get that information?
The census.
The census, it's from U.S. Census data.
Okay.
Yeah, and the census is conducted every 10 years.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you, Fred. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. The reason I asked him to say that, I wanted people to understand that we have a very limited area that we can choose from for these grants. So if you see them happening in the same area, it's because we don't have any other choices. We can't put them other places. I'd love to put them in the firehouses, Jeremy would, but we can't do it, Jeremy, okay? All right? Thank you. Thank you, Fred, again. Police Department, please.
Good evening, Village Board. In the month of December, the Police Department responded to 814 calls for service. I have one agenda item for the Board's consideration tonight. As the Board is aware, the Police Department applies for a grant to offset the costs, the extra operating expenses that the discovery reform laws caused. Those laws were passed in 2020. This year, we were awarded $11,164 in grant funding for this purpose. In order to accept the funding, the Village Board must enter into an intermunicipal agreement with the County of Rockland and the DA's office, the District Attorney's office. So at this time, I would request that the Board authorize the Mayor to sign the agreement on behalf of the Village in order to accept that funding.
Yeah. Can I have a motion, please, authorizing the grant the Chief requested, please?
Trustee Corrigan?
Motion made by Trustee Corrigan. Can I get a second, please?
Trustee Hagen.
Seconded by Trustee Hagen. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes.
That's all I have unless you have any questions for me.
Nope.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Chief. Chief, just one thing, if I may.
You thought it was so over.
It's important to this community, and if we can, I know I've asked you, and I know you're working on it, okay? And I'd like the residents to work on this with me, or as a community. We have certain homeless in the village, okay? And if we can locate them more, I approach the homeless myself on occasions, as a matter of fact, pretty often, and we try to get them help. So if we can identify them more, there is help they can get from the county, and the police department, the chief worked with me last year on this Uber card program, which we're gonna work on again here. But I just want the community to know that if you see something, again, I say something. If you see a homeless person, don't be afraid to let us know, because we're all here to help, because nobody wants to get that bad call one night, you know, the things that don't need to happen, okay? Thank you very much, Chief.
Absolutely. Thank you,
Your attentiveness to this issue. Cathy, do you have anything there? Come say hello. Just tell us how these high school kids want to see you. We're lucky to have a nice contingent of Suffern high school kids who are interested in government, right? We thank you for coming, folks, in the rear.
Good evening, Mayor. Good evening, Village Board. Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year.
So my update is that we are looking forward to a wonderful 2023. We are looking at dates for our events. For anything that you like to have more added to the schedule, please reach out. We're always looking forward to new events, new ideas. So the update is that we're looking forward to 2023.
All right. We know you're excited about doing barbecues, so start getting them planned now, okay? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor.
Have a good day. Thank you. right, I'd like to make a motion, open up the public comment period, limit to 4 minutes per speaker, please. Anyone
Motion.
have anything to say? Anybody want a motion? Can I have a motion, please, open a public comment?
Motion, trustee Alpert.
Motion made by trustee Albert, second, please.
Trustee Corrigan?
Second made by trustee Corrigan, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Any comments from anyone here? Anyone from high school want to say something? You don't like your lunches, you don't like anything, tell me. I'll make the phone call to the superintendent for you. Everyone's happy in high school, better than I was. Is it still 3 days a week? I went 3 days a week. All right. Okay, being that there's no comment, I'd like to close the public comment portion. Your motion, please.
Trustee Corrigan?
Motion made by trustee Corrigan, seconded by trustee Hagen. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Charles Sawicki, Department of Public Works.
Good evening, Board.
Good evening,
I have a
Charles.
series of application for payments. Item A, requesting authorization for payment application number 16 for Pingaro and Deutsch Consulting Engineers, PC, for Gosher Backup Power for Critical Facilities Project in the amount of $860.52.
Just go through all.
Oh, yeah, I'm
We'll do a
sorry.
consent agenda, okay? I can do it the old way if you want, Charles.
No.
Thank you, Charles.
Item B, requesting authorization for payment application number 16 for Pingaro and Deutsch Consulting Engineers, PC, for Gosher hardening of water treatment plant project in the amount of $5,008.32. Item C, requesting authorization for payment application number 7 for Meal Electric Company for the Gosher hardening of water treatment plant project in the amount of $25,175. Item D, requesting authorization for payment application number 9 for TAM Enterprises, Inc. for the Gosher hardening of water treatment plant project in the amount of $114,285. Item E, requesting authorization for payment application number 10 for TAM Enterprise, Inc. for the Gosher hardening of water treatment plant project in the amount of $137,037.50.
Okay, thank you, Charles. Can I have a motion for a consent agenda for items 9A through 9E, please? Can I get a motion, please?
Motion, trustee Hagen.
Motion made by trustee Hagen. Can I get a second, please?
Trustee Corrigan?
Second made by trustee Corrigan. All in favor?
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? Motion passes.
Any questions?
I just want to note, just recently, throughout the years, there was problems with the water. Recently, the Thruway Authority, and Charles has been in touch with the Thruway Authority, okay? In reference to water coming off the Thruway itself, which hurts our chloride. So there's a project going on right now. Charles is monitoring with them, and that should help keep our water safe and move ahead. Right, Charles?
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you, Charles. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
And go Treasurer, Mr. Genito, can I make a correction on something? I think earlier I said March 7th. I meant to say March 6th. So can I redo a motion, please? Just to be safe, Mike? I get a motion for upcoming meetings, a regular meeting is scheduled for Monday, March 6th at 7 PM. I may have said March 7th, okay? Can I get a motion, please?
Motion, trustee Alpert.
Motion made by trustee Albert. Second, please?
Second.
Second made by trustee Hagen. All in favor?
Aye.
Right. Any opposed? Motion passes. That was my mistake. Thank you, Mr. Genito.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. We actually have two items on the agenda. The very first one is an authorization to establish project number 2023-005, West Maple Avenue sidewalks. This is in reference to what Fred was mentioning earlier with our community development block grant funds. We were able to have a project for sidewalks in the West Ward on basically West Maple Avenue in the amount of $350,000. And that's going to be being funded by a block grant from 2020 of $100,000, another block grant from 2021 of $200,000. The remaining $50,000 is the village's proportionate share. And we are recommending that the village board authorize us to use the ARPA funds. That's the American Rescue Plan Act money that we have received from the federal government.
Thank you, Mike. Can I get a motion to authorize a capital project for 2023-005 West Maple Avenue sidewalks, please?
Motion, Trustee Alpert.
Motion made by Trustee Alpert. Second, please.
Trustee Corrigan.
Second made by Trustee Corrigan. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you. The second item that we have is that on top of Village Hall here, there is a fire whistle. If you've lived near here for a while, you've heard it.
The big goose.
Recently, the fire whistle went defective, and it's actually been up there for quite a few years, maybe 30 years or more. And it used to be on the Avon property at one time, in the Avon building, and came to us by way of when Avon came in with a new facility there. In any event, the fire chief has advised that the repair would cost just under $11,000, but he doesn't have that in his budget, so we're recommending that we use $11,000 of our contingent account for that, and that's what this resolution is for.
Mike, did we discuss with the fire chief that every fire call he runs on top of the building and yells? Was that an option?
Yeah, or a megaphone, either one would work.
Okay.
It's more
That was a
expensive,
joke,
he
kids.
is
That was a
right.
joke. Relax. Okay? I was the funniest kid in high school. I never got the A. Okay. Okay. All right.
No, the fire chief said it would be too expensive and too many dogs would howl.
Okay, there you go. I get a motion, transfer from the contingent account to the...
Is it going to sound the same? Fantastic.
I get a motion to transfer from the contingent account to the fire department account, please.
Trustee Corrigan.
Motion by Trustee Corrigan. I get a second, please.
Trustee Hagen.
Second made by Trustee Hagen. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
At least I'll know what time it is every night.
Thank you.
I really don't know it's 7:02.
I'm glad it's over here.
No, thank you. I'm good. It's perfect the way it is. Thank you for asking.
Trustees have any comments? No comments? All right.
so
At this
excited
point,
about
I should amend the agenda to...
No, but I really
You don't even amend it, just do it.
Okay, just under my mayor's thing, I would like to hold a public hearing to amend Chapter 244 of the Village Code regarding taxation on February 6th at 7:15 p.m. Can I have a motion, please?
Trustee Corrigan.
Motion made by Trustee Corrigan. Can I get a second, please?
Second, Trustee Alpert.
Second made by Trustee Albert. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. I want to wish everyone a Happy New Year. I hope we have a great year here. We have a great community coming together, and I'm proud to be here with everybody. Anyone ever has any questions, feel free to contact us. And thank you very much. Can I please have a motion to close the hearing, please? The meeting. Motion made by Trustee Hagen to close the meeting. Can I get a second, please?
Second, Trustee
Second by
Alpert.
Trustee Albert. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. You guys need something signed? Hagen will sign them for you.
Mayor will sign
Come on
it.
up. Come on up, folks.